Ram 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 Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Ashakadishakari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jaya Radha Girdhari Radha Girdhari Radha, Jaya Radha Girdhari Radha Girdhari Radha, Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha, Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha, Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari Radha Rasa Bihari Radha, Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari Radha Rasa Bihari Radha, Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radha, Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radha, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha, Jaya Radha Bhakti Bihari Radha Bhakti Bihari Radha, Jaya Radha Bhakti Bihari Radha Bhakti Bihari Radha, Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra, Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me, Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Gurudev, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, बोलो हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन, यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन, यमुनातीरवनचारि, यमुनातीरवनचारि, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन, यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन, यमुनातीरवनचारि, यमुनातीरवनचारि, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्, नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we'll recite the words first. We are at chapter number 8, attaining the Supreme. 8.1. Arjuna Uvacha Kim tad Brahma Kim Adhyatmam Kim Karma Purushottamam Adhibhutam cha Kim Proktam Adhidevam Kim Uchyate. Arjuna inquired, O my Lord, O Supreme Person, what is Brahman? What is the self? What are fruitive activities? What is this material manifestation? And what are the demigods? Please explain this to me. 8.2. Adhiyagya katham kotra dehesmin madhusudana prayana kale cha katham gyeyosi niyatatmabhi. Who is the Lord of sacrifice, and how does he live in the body, O Madhusudan? And how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? 8.3. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavodhyatmam Uchyate Bhuta Bhavod Bhavakaro Visarga Karma Sangitah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the indestructible, transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and his eternal nature is called Adhyatma, the self. Action pertaining to the development of material bodies of the living entities is called karma or fruitive activities. 8.4. Adhibhutam charo bhava purusaschadhidevatam adhiyagyoham evatra dehe deyavritam vara. O best of the embodied beings, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is called Adhibhut, the material manifestation. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all the demigods, like those of the sun and moon, is called Adhidev. And I, the Supreme Lord, represented as the super soul in the heart of every embodied being, I am called Adhiyagya, the Lord of sacrifice. 8.5. अंतकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति सा मद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. And whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone at once, attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च. श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we have seen 8.1. Last time we have discussed about synopsis of chapter 8, and also we have seen what is there in chapter 8. So we'll see what we have seen in 8.1, then we start from 8.2. So what do you mean by Purushottam? So Krishna says Purushottam indicates Krishna to be the supreme person and not simply a friend. So Krishna and Arjuna both are Purush. So Krishna, but Krishna is a Purushottam. As we have seen that Krishna is a Urdhvasam. No one is equal to or above Krishna. Everyone is dependent on Krishna. But Krishna is not dependent on anyone. So that's why Krishna is known as Purushottam. In 8.1 we have seen then what is Brahman, what is Brahman, what is the self, what are fruity activities, what is the material manifestation, what are the demigods. So what is Brahman? Brahma. So Jiva and Krishna both are Brahma. All Jivatma are known as Brahma. So Krishna is also Jivatma and living entities are also Jivatma. So both are Brahman. But Krishna is known as Parabrahman. Okay, so Parabrahman is Shrestha. Parabrahman is greatest. Parabrahman is super soul. So Parabrahman is residing in our heart as super soul. Second question was, what is the self? Adhyatmam. We are all part and parcel of Krishna. We are all dependent on Krishna. So we should all worship Krishna. We should all depend on mercy of the Lord. And our eternal duty is to worship the Lord. Okay, so that is the self. What are fruitive activities? Karma. The karma, it is also known as karma kand, which is related with the activities which you are doing for your self-satisfaction. So it is karma kand. But when you do the activities to satisfy Krishna, that is known as karma yoga. Okay, so you have to attach your activities with Krishna. Your desire should be for Krishna, your activities should be for Krishna, your every limb should be utilized in the service of Krishna. Your mind, your hand, your body, your stomach, your eyes, your mouth, everything should be utilized for the service of Krishna. What is the material manifestation? Adhibhutam. All these living entities are created by Krishna. And this material manifestation is continuously changing. Okay, so we are all dependent on Krishna. So this all entire manifestation is created by Krishna, is taken control by Krishna, under the control of Krishna. What are the demigods? Adhideva. So all the demigods are part and parcel of Krishna. They are part and parcel of Krishna. So even demigods are all not independent. They are like us. They are also dependent on Krishna. They are top class Vaishnavas. So they have done past activities in their previous life. So God has given some responsibility. So God has many departments to manage. And at the same time, Lord manages everything. Being as a super soul, he resides in our heart. And he manifests and unmanifests the entire creation. He is Adhibhutam, he is Adhidevam, he is Adhyatmam, he is Parabrahman, he is everything. Okay, so all the demigods are also dependent on Krishna. Then in second verse, we'll see. And we'll see, we have seen in the first verse, Atma according to Nirukti. That is soul, mind. You can say soul, mind, body, senses. These are all Atma. And what is Brahman? Brahman is Krishna, Paramatma. Brahman, so Krishna is also known as Brahman, and individual soul is also known as Brahman. But Krishna is Brahman. Krishna resides in everyone's hearts as super soul, whereas soul resides in individual body. Super soul can remember everyone, but soul can remember only that particular body in which it resides. Okay, so there are a few differences in soul and super soul. Then we'll see 8.2. अधियज्ञः कथं कोत्र देहेऽस्मिन् मधुसूदन प्रयाणकाले च कथं ज्ञेयोऽसि नियतात्मभिः. Who is the Lord of sacrifice? So Arjuna is asking, continue asking question. Who is the Lord of sacrifice and how does he live in the body? Who, oh Madhusudana, and how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? So Arjuna continue with question. Who is the Lord of sacrifice? That is sixth question. Adhiyagya. How does he live in the body? How to remember Krishna at the time of death? So Krishna, Arjuna is asking question to Lord Krishna. Who is the Lord of sacrifice? So Krishna himself declaring that I am responsible for all sacrifice. I am the benefactor of all the sacrifice. So living entities are performing for their many types of sacrifices. So if you are doing Sankirtan Yajna, that is also a sacrifice. Okay, so Krishna is the ultimate benefactor of all the types of sacrifices. And so Krishna is the Lord of sacrifice, Adhiyagya, that is known as Adhiyagya. So how does he live in the body? Katham kotra dehesmin. So how does he live in the body? So Krishna lives in our body as super soul. Krishna is super soul. Krishna is Brahman. Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is the ultimate controller of the entire universe. Okay, so Arjuna's question is, how does he live in the body? How to remember Krishna at the time of death? Devotees are taking the Lord's name, performing Sankirtan Yajna all time, 24 hours a day, 7 days in a week, 365 days in a year. Every moment they are remembering Krishna. So the one who is remembering Krishna, every moment will remember at the time of death. That Krishna is giving guarantee. If you are taking name all time, you can. It is 100% sure that you will remember at the time of death. Okay, so how to remember Krishna at the time of death? Prayana Kale cha gyeyoshi. Okay, Prayana Kale cha gyeyoshi. Okay, Prayana Kale cha katham gyeyoshi niyatatmavi. How one can remember Krishna at the time of death? So Lord Arjuna is very curious. I am not a devotee. I am not pure. But oh Lord Krishna, oh Madhusudana, those who are pure, taking your name all time, what happens to them? How one can remember you at the time of death? Okay? So these are the few questions asked by Arjuna to Lord Krishna. So Arjuna addressed Lord as Madhusudana. So Madhu was a demon. So in the past, Lord Krishna has killed Madhu. So because of killing Madhu demon, Lord is known as Madhusudan. And Arjuna is also thinking that this is doubt in my mind. So this is also a demon. So if you have doubt in your mind, it is a demon. So Arjuna is comparing, if Krishna can kill Madhu demon and he is known as Madhusudan, so he has become the killer of demon. So I have demon in my mind in the form of doubt. So Krishna can kill my doubt, my demon which is sitting inside, and clear my doubt. Okay, so that's why Arjuna is asking question to Lord Krishna. So Arjuna addressed Lord as Madhusudan to kill the demon of doubt not expected to arise in the mind of himself. So Krishna, Arjuna is expecting that these are the doubts in the form of demon which is residing in my heart. It should not happen. So Arjuna is expecting from Krishna that, oh Krishna, please kill all these demons, those who are residing in my heart. Okay, so Arjuna's last question was that how one can remember Krishna. It's a very beautiful example given by Srila Prabhupada of King Kulasekhar's prayers. So King Kulasekhar is praying, oh Lord, now I am healthy, I am better, I am feeling better. I am eating, I am sleeping, I am taking your name all time. Oh Madhusudan, oh Lord Krishna, please take me with you. I should die now. I want to die now. So he's calling the death. He's calling Yamaraj. Oh Yamaraj, please come and take me. I am healthy. I can remember Krishna, so that I can remember Krishna at the time of death. Because when death comes, we have many diseases. So we have many pains, pain in stomach. My mind cannot work properly. Body pain, stomach pain, mind is not proper. You cannot take the name of Krishna. So at the time of death, these are all possibilities there. So that's why King Kulasekara is calling Yamaraj. Oh Yamaraj, he is praying to Krishna. Oh Krishna, please, I want to die now. Because I'm healthy now, I am taking your name. If I want to remember your name at the time of death, if you please take me now. So this is the prayer given by King Kulasekara. So Arjuna's question is, who is Adhiyagya? Lord of sacrifice. How does he live in the body? Lord of sacrifice, Yagya can be Vishnu or Indra. So Yagya is performed only for Indra, King Indra, king of demigods, king of all demigods, heavenly, Indrashan. So Indrashan is occupied by King Indra. So King Indra is king of heaven and Supreme Lord is king of everyone. So whenever any sacrifice is performed only for these only two persons, Indra and Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu is Krishna himself. Lord Vishnu is Krishna himself. So in this verse, it is told that there are two kinds of sacrifice which are performed. There are sacrifice performed only for two kinds of person. That is one Lord Vishnu and one is King Indra. Vishnu is the chief of primal demigods, including Brahma and Shiva. So he is Lord of all. He is Lord of Brahma, he is Lord of Shiva, he is Lord of Indra, he is Lord of entire living entities. And he is one who resides in everyone's heart as super soul. And another sacrifice which is performed for Indra. Indra is chief of all demigods. He is the chief of administrative demigods. Okay, so Prayana Kale means at the time of death. Prayana Kale Chakatham. How one can remember you at the time of death? It's a very good example of King Kulashekara. Prayers. He's praying to the Lord. Oh Lord, I want to die now. Because I am healthy, I can remember you and I am chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra all time. So please take me with you. Take me in the abode of Krishna, Golok Vrindavandham. So it is crucial time. Whatever we do throughout life will be tested at the time of death. So if you have taken Lord's name every moment, 101% surety given by Lord that you will remember me at the time of death. But if you have enjoyed your life with your material senses, full of material senses, one cannot remember Krishna at the time of death. Because when you are on deathbed, there are many issues, many problems. Body pain, stomach pain, so many issues that because of all these issues, you will not be able to remember Krishna. It is very difficult, nearly impossible. So indicates Arjuna's anxiety to know the position of the Krishna conscious devotee at the time. So Arjuna is very curious to know about, oh Krishna, please tell me how your devotees can remember you at the time of death. So this is the doubt which Arjuna has and asking to Krishna. Now, text point 1.3. Sri 8.3. Sri Bhagavana Uvacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhavodhyatmam Uchyate Bhuta Bhavod Bhavakaro Visarga Karma Sangitah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, now Krishna is replying answers of the questions asked by Arjuna in verse number 8.1 and 2. So in all questions, Arjuna had asked 8 questions. Now Krishna will answer. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the indestructible transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and his eternal nature is called Adhyatma, the self. Action pertaining to the development of material bodies of the living entities is called karma or curative activities. So every living entity, they are busy in performing material activities in the sense enjoyment. Okay, so although we are also part and parcel of Krishna, but when we are thrown in this material world, because of these material sense enjoyment, material modes of nature, we get bound, we get stuck into this and we forget Krishna. So remembering Krishna is our eternal duty. Why? Because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Like our stomach is part of our body, and our entire body limbs are working to fill the stomach, to feed the stomach. If they deny to feed the stomach will be hungry, asking for food every time, and your entire body will not be nourished, and you will start feeling weak, and you can die also if you don't feed your stomach. Okay, similarly, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So if you are part and parcel of Krishna, should we work for Krishna? Yes, we should all work for Krishna. Why? Because we are part and parcel of Krishna. So relationship with Krishna and living entities is eternal. But because of this material sense enjoyment, we have forgotten the relationship with Krishna. Okay, so what is Brahman? Living entity and Lord both are Brahman. Both are Brahman. Same in quality, Lord is Para Brahman. So quality wise, soul and super soul are equal. But quantity wise, soul and super soul are not equal. Super soul is the greatest in n number of quantities, but soul is only one, which is residing in your body. So soul is residing in individual body, whereas super soul is residing in everyone's body at the same time. At the same time is what? Krishna is residing in your heart as super soul. At the same time, Krishna is residing in your friend's heart also, in everyone's heart. Likewise, Lord is Para Brahman. In this way, Lord is different from us. How? Lord is Para Brahman. So living entities are Atma and Lord is Paramatma. So difference between material consciousness and spiritual consciousness. So material consciousness trying to lord over. So what is material consciousness? Everyone wants to lord over on material things. I want this, I want car, I want bungalow, I want to have so much money. So everyone wants to become Lord. But no one can become Lord. There is only one Lord, that is Lord Krishna. You can purchase something, you can become Lord of your car, you can become Lord of your bungalow, you can Lord of some money. But all these opulences belongs to Krishna only. Because of Krishna's mercy, you are getting all these things. Okay, so that is the difference. And spiritual consciousness, everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. So everyone wants to serve Supreme Lord Krishna. That is called spiritual consciousness. If you are hankering behind material things, that is material consciousness. So why living entity is called marginal entity? Because the living entity sometimes identifies with matter and sometimes identifies with superior nature. Then he has only one spiritual body. So living entities are marginal entities. Why? Because they identify with the material things. This is my house, this is my property, and so and so. So many things. And sometimes they realize, oh, we are part and parcel of Krishna. We should serve Krishna. They know it, and everyone knows that we are part and parcel of Krishna. We should serve Krishna. Even though they don't know, they are not serving Krishna. They are not utilizing their material things in the service of Krishna. They are attached with material things. This is my earning. This is my house. This is my son. This is my daughter. This is my wife. These are all material relationship. An eternal relationship you have to establish with Krishna. So Krishna is mother, father, everyone. Whatever form you remember in Krishna, you can find. You can remember Krishna as your father. You can remember Krishna as your mother. You can remember Krishna as your son. You can remember Krishna as your daughter. You can remember Krishna as your wife. So Krishna is everything. So we have eternal relationship with Krishna. So reputes impersonalism. Brahman takes the form of the Jiva in material world. So impersonalism, they refute this, that Brahman takes the form of Jiva in the material world. So they also consider that Krishna is Brahman. Krishna is Para Brahman. Krishna is independent of all. And Jivas are dependent on Krishna. So Jiva and Krishna, although Jiva and Krishna both are Brahman, but Jivas are Brahman and Krishna is Para Brahman. Both are eternal. Brahman and Para Brahman, Both are eternal. So the living entity is an eternal individual supported by two references. Reference Bhagavad Gita 15.7. Living entity is an eternal fragmental part and parcel of Krishna. And in reference, Vedic literatures distinguishes Brahman from Parabrahman. Supreme Lord is Achyut. Why? Supreme Lord Krishna is called Achyut because he is infallible. And Jivas, living entities, are Achyut. They are fallible. They can fall down. There are chances that they can fall down. Even a Mahatma can fall down. They have to perform devotional service. Everyone is performing devotional service. Even Mahatma can also fall down if he is not very much careful. But Krishna, being as Achyut, infallible, will never fall down. That is given in 15.7. So what is Krishna consciousness viewpoint? Avoid such sacrifices. Take direct Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead. Don't perform any kind of sacrifice. Okay, so in Kali Yuga, Harinam Sankirtan Yajna, sacrifice is recommended by Krishna, by Rama, by Lord Rama, by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by Srila Prabhupada, every Acharyas, Guru and Sadhura, they, Guru, Sadhu and Sastra, they recommend Guru, Sadhu and Sastra, everyone recommends for this Kali Yuga, Sankirtan Yajna is the only mean to cross over this ocean. Okay, so what happens when living entity is identified with matter? Takes any of 84 lakh bodies. 8,000,004 lakh bodies. Basis of transmigration is karma. So whatever karma they perform, accordingly they get the next birth. Okay, from elevation to heaven performs yajna, Vedic sacrifice process. Okay, if they perform good karma, they are promoted to heavenly planets. So they can enjoy for some time there. And again, once their pious activities are over, they again thrown into the material world. So this is the cycle. They have to pass through these 6 changes. That is birth, death, disease, grow, byproducts, produce. Okay, so these are the 6 changes which happens in the body. But if you take the name of Lord, if you surrender unto the feet of Lord Krishna, you will go to the abode of Lord Krishna, back home, back to Godhead. So from there is no comeback. You will be relieved from cycle of birth and death. That is very important. Okay, so this is discussed in text number 3. What is the Vedic process of sacrifice? Actions that results in a material human body. Actions that result in a human. You will perform sacrifice, you will be promoted to heavenly planets. You can enjoy there for some time. And if once your pious activities are over, again you will be thrown into this material world. So this is a cycle. So you will be stuck into birth and death cycle. Okay. 5 kinds of offerings. Panchagni Vidya. Sacrificial altar. Okay. So if you have faith, you will perform sacrifice, you will promote it to heavenly planets. Okay, so you can enjoy there for some time. Okay, then again in the form of cloud, once your pious activities are over, in the form of cloud, through cloud, you in the form of rain, you will be thrown onto this earth. Okay, and then afterward, in the form of grain, you will grow, and man will eat that grain, and that grain is converted in the form of semen. And that semen is established in the womb of woman. And when in the womb of woman it is established, will take the form of child. So this is the cycle. This is the Vedic process of sacrifice. Then text number 8.4, attaining the supreme. Adhibhutam charo bhava purusaschadhidevatam adhiyagyoham evatra dehe dehavritam vara. O best of the embodied beings, the physical nature which is constantly changing is called Adhibhut, the material manifestation. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all demigods, like those of sun and moon, is called Adhideva. And I, the Supreme Lord, represented as the super soul in the heart of every embodied being. I am called Adhiyagya, the Lord of sacrifice. So Adhibhut is material manifestation, and this material manifestation is constantly changing. Adhideva means these are all demigods are part and parcel of Krishna. Adhiyagya means Lord is the principal benefactor of all kinds of sacrifices. So Adhibhut, Adhiyagya, Adhideva. Okay. So Adhibhut means what? Constantly changing physical nature, which manifests as 6 changes of body: birth, growth, sustenance, byproducts, dwindling, and death. So Adhibhut, constantly changing nature, are part of these 6 changes. Then second, Adhidevat, universal form, Virat Roop, contemplated by neophytes who cannot approach the Supreme Lord in manifestation as super soul. Contemplated as follows: legs, lower planets; head, upper planets; and eyes, sun and moon. So sun and moon are the eye of Krishna. Krishna's head belongs to upper planets. Krishna's leg belongs to the lower planet. Adhiyagya, witness of soul's activities. He is the principal benefactor of all kinds of sacrifices. Sources of soul's various types of consciousness. Gives individual soul free independence. So Krishna has given free will. Because of that free will, we are suffering. Because we are not using this free will in the service of Krishna. We are using this free will in the service of to fulfill your own desire. Okay. So this is the answers given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. So Arjuna has asked 8 questions. So 7 questions have been answered. Now 1 question is remaining. So Krishna is going to answer throughout this chapter. Eva stresses that Paramatma is non-different from Supreme Lord Krishna himself. Super soul is Krishna, Paramatma is Krishna, Brahman is Krishna, Supreme Controller is Krishna, Supreme Adhiyagya is Krishna. So everything is Krishna. So we have to take the name of Lord all time, every moment. Okay. Who understand the functions of all these manifestations of Supreme Personality of Godhead clearly. Only a pure Krishna consciousness can understand the activities of Krishna. So to understand Krishna, lot of past activities, your previous birth karma, or everything contributes, and the current activities which you are performing, everything contributes. So slowly, if you are performing good karma, whether you have performed in the last life, previous birth, or this life, these all will help you to go to the abode of Krishna, that is Golok Vrindavan Dham. So that's given in 8.4. Now we'll see the from 8.5 to 8.8. So Remembering Krishna. So 8.5 to 8.8 talks about how you can remember Krishna. So in answering Arjuna's eighth question, now Krishna is answering Arjuna's eighth question. Krishna said that whoever quits the body, remembering him obtains it. So if one is living his body and at the same time he remember Krishna, he will attain the abode of Krishna. Golok Vrindavan Dham. In fact, one attains whatever he remembers at the time of death. So if you remember a dog at the time of death, you will get next birth as dog. If you remember horse at the time of death, you will get next birth as horse. So it depends how you think. So for good thinking, you have to practice good. If you want to remember Krishna at the time of death, you have to practice now. Start from now till your death. Then you can remember at the time of death Krishna. When you are on the deathbed, there are many diseases happening. So because of these diseases, you cannot remember Krishna. So it is very difficult. Okay. So in fact, one attains whatever he remembers at the time of death. So Krishna therefore recommends that Arjuna should undeviatingly meditate on him, dedicate his activities to him, and thus attain him. Okay, so you have to perform devotional service, sacrificial offerings, good pious activities. Everything is accumulated. If you have done good karma in the previous birth, you will get better chance to do in this life. And if you are doing good in this life, you will get good result in this life. You can take the name of Krishna and you can remember Krishna at the time of death. That is there in 8.5 to 8.8. Now we'll see 8.5. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra sansayah. So Krishna is saying, and whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. So Krishna is giving 100% surety that who is performing sacrifice, who is chanting holy name of Krishna, every moment can remember me at the time of death and can come to my abode, Golok Vrindavan Dham. Okay, so remembering Krishna at the time of death will attain his supreme abode. So Krishna is the purest of pure. So Krishna possesses all six opulences. Krishna consciousness means purest of the pure. So if you are taking Krishna's name, if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamant, it is purifying your heart. Your heart is purified. So if at all you are interested in Krishna consciousness, you have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Srila Prabhupada has suggested, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given Mahamantra. And Srila Prabhupada has suggested, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. Follow the 4 regulative principles. Do the 16 round chanting every day early in the morning. So that will change your life. So Krishna consciousness means purest of the pure. Since the devotee always remembers Krishna, who is purest of the devotee. So Krishna is purest, and the one who takes the name of purest will become pure. And for whom this is not possible? It is possible. It is not possible for an impure soul. Although soul is pure, but because of this sense enjoyment, soul has become impure. And an impure soul cannot establish relationship with Krishna. Okay, so how you can purify? You can purify your heart. You can purify your senses by remembering Krishna. And if you are not remembering Krishna, you cannot remember Krishna at the time of death. When you are lying on the deathbed, you are helpless. Because when you are dying, when one is dying, he is helpless. Why he is helpless? Because he has so many diseases, he cannot even stand on his feet. That is the greatest problem. That is the big problem. So how to practice remembrance? That is given in 8.5 to 6. That is antakale cha mameva and yama yama vapi smaran bhavam. So purity, service, tolerate, and chanting. These 4 things are required. If you want to practice remembrance, you have to practice for purity, service, tolerate, chanting. So Krishna is saying that if you want to remember me, you have to establish relationship with the purest. I am the purest. And if you want to become pure, you have to establish relationship with it. You have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You have to follow the devotional service. Srila Prabhupada has given us that do 16 rounds chanting, follow the 4 regulatory principles, do seva services. That's all. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Do your chanting. Okay. So chanting 16 rounds. What is mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So this you have to chant this mantra repeatedly, many times. You have to chant and hear through your ear. If you hear through your ear, Krishna will enter in your heart through your ear. So Krishna has put more strength in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in his name. So Krishna, in the Krishna's name, it has more strength than Krishna. So you have to, if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is as good as or more than that, you are taking darshan of Krishna from your direct eye. So Krishna has incarnated in this Kali Yuga in the form of Mahamantra. What is Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so we have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra repeatedly throughout life, 24 hours, 7 days in a week, 365 days in a year. So, how to practice remembrance? By purity. And then service. So, life dedicated in service to Krishna, and thus always thinking of Krishna. So, you have to act for Krishna. That acting is called service. You have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You have to serve acharyas. You have to go to temple and do the seva. You have to discuss with your colleagues, friends, relatives about Krishna. Preaching is very important. So Lord Srila Prabhupada has given more important to preaching. If you are a devotee and you are not preaching, that is not good. Okay, so tolerance. Next is tolerance. Tolerate all impediments like a tree. Taro riva, that is from Sishtastakam. You have to become stronger like a tree. Okay, so reference in Chaitanya Charita Sishtastakam, verse 3, Taro riva. Then chanting, constant and incessant chanting of the holy name, Mahamantra. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Keep on chanting. Okay, so this chanting will purify your heart. Okay, so we have seen till 5, verse number 5. Yati antakale cha mameva. Then verse number 4, adhibhutam charo bhava. Verse number 3, aksharam brahma paramam. Verse number 3, adhyagyah katham. And verse number 4, kimatad brahma. We have seen verse number 5. So we'll stop over here. If you have any question, you can ask. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Okay, no questions. We'll stop over here. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।